What is up, everybody? It is your boy Slumpenstein. I'm coming at you guys with a new video. Naka-Kon has just ended. If you don't know what Naka-Kon is, it is the anime convention that is hosted annually in March in Overland Park, Kansas. Now, before we get into this review, overview, whatever you want to look at it as, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, join the Slump Army, and hit that notification bell so you can get notified whenever we upload new content. Alright, so I'm basically just going to talk about what my thoughts are about Naka-Kon. Obviously show you guys some pictures, some film, some footage, let you guys see what happened there, what everything looks like. Maybe you can make a decision if you want to go next year or not. I don't know. Hopefully I can help you make that decision if you're on the fence about it. This is totally unbiased, so this is the full truth. First of all, I want to say that getting your press passes this year or your VIP passes, I don't know about VIP passes, but I know in the previous years when I had to go up there and get my press credentials or media credentials, it took a very, very long time for no particular reason. And I will say that this time I was able to get my credentials in a very short and sweet manner. It was like 10 minutes or something. I just went up there and picked it up. I didn't have to wait in any long lines or do anything like that to get what I needed. Okay. With that being said, I still think that there are some organizational things that they can work on. Some things just seem kind of wacky. Panels starting late or not happening at all, and not really knowing until the last minute and all that kind of stuff. The way the schedule is made up, and this is just my personal opinion about the schedule. Some people like it that way, but I know in previous years the schedule was more condensed. There was less time in between everything. It just makes it feel like there's more stuff happening, and like I can, just go and bounce around and do what I want to do. It just seemed like there was a lot of gaps where nothing was happening. Which may be fine for some people, but in my personal, opinion, I would like to see more stuff, in there, because it feels like if you have more space in between, then if I'm not fond of a particular panel, then I'm just waiting around for a long time. So if you have more options, you're gonna have more people partaking in the panels. So that there's that. But like I said, I'm not gonna really say it's a negative, because that's just my personal opinion. The next thing I'm gonna talk about is the vending room. The vending room, it wasn't bad. It was better than it was last year. There were a couple of booths that I thought they would have that wasn't there. I was surprised. Maybe I overlooked it. Well, there was a couple of booths that I didn't see that you usually see at an anime convention or whatever. Didn't really see anybody selling any swords or anything. I know, because I usually talk to some people, and it's like, what do you look for, at an anime convention in a vending room? And the first thing people are usually saying are weapons. People want to get their Kingdom Hearts keyblades or, their swords or anything like that. And I didn't really see any big sword booths like I would see at, anime conventions. Like Naka-Kon last year had Anime Midwest and all that kind of stuff. But other than that, I would say that the vending room was nice. It was pretty good space, so you weren't too crunched up in a ball, even though you should expect that going into a vendor room at a convention. But it was managed pretty well. The space, the way that was set up, the room. So I would say the vendor room was pretty damn good. Other than just missing a couple of booths that you would expect to see. Staff. This is a big conversation, I feel like, when it comes to Naka-Kon. And I feel like the staff was a lot better this year. I don't know if they went to them and told them to calm down a little bit. But in the previous years, the staff was kind of on the edge. And, I feel like they're like, oh, I have authority, let me do this. But this year, the staff was actually pretty good. And I recognized most of the people that were on the staff from last year. And it just seemed like it was a lot different. So I don't know if they made intentional changes, but whatever changes were made were definitely awesome. Okay, so that is a plus. Now let's talk about the dance party. I don't know how many, what percentage of the people that go to Naka-Kon go to the dance party. That'd be interesting to see who's interested in it. But I will say that the dance party was pretty good this year. Especially the one on Saturday. I don't want to mess up his name, but I believe the first DJ's name was DJ Scratch. Was pretty dang awesome. Played some Tech Nine, and it was a really cool experience. Seeing everybody get excited. I'm gonna have footage and. Probably not too much footage, but I'll have some pictures in there so that you guys can see that. But the dance parties were actually pretty good this year. Pretty good, pretty fun. Especially I think Saturday may have been one of the most packed houses for the dance party that I've seen at Naka-Kon. So like I said, the dance parties were awesome this year. So if you really love the nightlife of anime conventions, you definitely will love what Naka-Kon offers, on that side. The concert, Kabuki, I'm not gonna lie, that was a pretty awesome concert. I didn't know what to expect because I had never, when I heard Kabuki, I didn't actually read into it and see what it was. But it was actually pretty awesome. You had, I don't know any of these people's name except for the last person. So I'm not going to try to say their names because I feel like it's kind of disrespectful to, missay somebody's name like that. But, you had, the woman that come out, and she was on the drum. She did her little set. And then you had the guy come out on the keyboard, piano. He did his set. And then you had Taka come out. And do his little thing, and then they all came together at the end. And I'll tell you what, the crowd, the pop that Taka got when he started to sing Dokkan, Dragon Ball Super, the Dragon Ball intro song. It was an amazing pop, definitely amazing, and he sung it for a while, and the crowd was just into it. So that concert was pretty awesome. What else is there? The cosplay contest was pretty good too. AMV contest was pretty good. And those are the main things I look forward to, at anime conventions. You got your AMV contest, you got the cosplay contest, you got your dance parties, you got your concerts. So overall, I will say Naka-Kon this year was actually pretty good. It was a step up from last year. I felt like last year it took a little bit of a drop off, but they definitely picked it up this year. And like every single year, if you're in the Kansas City area or in the area surrounding it, I would definitely recommend going to Naka-Kon. It's always a good time. It's definitely safe if you want to take your kids and stuff there. They got arcade rooms, they got tabletop rooms. They got food there for you, ramen. It's just it's an experience that is worth having if you are interested in that culture and anime and all that kind of stuff. And that's definitely something that I love. And I definitely appreciate Naka-Kon for giving me this opportunity to cover the event again. And I look forward to doing it again next year. Very awesome weekend. Had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys, if you didn't go last year, you go next year. Hopefully it puts you, helps you make up your mind Don't forget to like. Don't forget to comment down below if you were there. Tell me what your favorite thing about the convention was. And if you weren't there, tell me if you're thinking about going next year. And subscribe. I will catch you guys later.